LinkedIn is intolerable because professionalism is intolerable part 2. I think people don't like LinkedIn because it puts so many workforce issues in one place and we see how cross-industry they are. Example is this post behind me from a few weeks ago when Sabrina Carpenter's album came out. I'd already seen the image, so that wasn't my shock. What stood out to me was the comments. The number of people saying that this wasn't professional and it doesn't belong on LinkedIn. This is what's so interesting to me about LinkedIn is all the people commenting about what doesn't belong on LinkedIn. Because I researched the unwritten rules of work for the working class and neurodivergence with intersections of race and gender. And so much of professionalism has a moving goalpost. And it depends on who you ask. Because I like what this person responds here is making millions of dollars selling an album, not business. Because I have mixed feelings about this album cover. And I'll just let you know, I'm not a Sabrina Carpenter fan. I'm not a hater, but like I literally can name 2 of her songs. Like I'm just don't really follow her. I think that I have heard about this while being someone who can name like 2 of her songs. Says the marketing team got what they wanted out of this, and marketing is a business. There are clear corn undertones here, or overtones we could even say. Arguably, the corn industry is a business. And as this person pointed out, the music industry is also a business. We can all have different opinions on if this is appropriate, especially in this time for women globally and in America. But because I'm a workforce page, what's interesting to me is what we consider to be professional, what we consider to be valuable work, and who is allowed to make money off of it. This is not just a LinkedIn problem. Entire industries have been built on this. For example, I remember watching a Pamela Anderson documentary a few years ago. She talked about how I don't think she made any money off of her appearances in Playboy, and for years she was in credit card debt. And she's one of the most well-known people certainly in that time. Now, have I dug into her financial records and can verify that? No. But who made most of the money off of her work and her body was Hugh Hefner. Would he be welcome on LinkedIn or no? Is his a business or no? And who takes all the blame and shame and fall for Playboy? We have certain work that we see as worthy and others that we don't see as worthy. And with AI doing so many tasks right now, albeit some poorly and inaccurately, I think we're going to see another shift in this. So I think this is an opportunity to look at what is actually a value add and what is business instead of what are stereotypes of what is valuable. And I don't know if y'all can picture this, but a business that isn't in your industry can still be a legitimate business. I will say, again, the marketing team got what they wanted because I don't know how I feel about this, and I feel like I want to hear the album before I decide. Because initially I'm like, but then I'm also like, well, is this like a Madonna, Lady Gaga moment? Like, what's going on here? And I only know 2 of her songs, so that was probably ultimately the point.